I promise this is an excellent movie. Please watch it till the end. A 10-year-old girl is used as a pawn because her mother can't afford to pay her debts. However, her mother must be sent home to China because he is an illegal immigrant. Do-suk is forced to take care of and consider her his daughter. They love each other until an unexpected event happens. How is the story unfold? Watch out and take care. In 1993, in Incheon, we can see a man named Do-suk and his younger brother named Jong-bae. They are debt collectors. However, Jong-bae is constantly yelled at by his brother because of his gentle attitude as a debt collector. On the way, he sees the client who has a debt and chases her. The woman named Myung-ja, and her child is named Sun-hee. Do-suk firmly collects 2 months late debts. However, Myung-ja is not ready to pay yet. So, Do-suk takes her daughter to be used as a pawn. Of course, the child is crying, taken by the ugly scary old man. But Do-suk is still convincing that he would not hurt her because he believes his mother would not leave her. At the same time, Myung-ja tries to borrow money from all the people she knows. Fortunately, her relatives want to help her and bring the money tomorrow at 9 a.m. She then tells Do-suk about it using pager. But, unfortunately, the police have been waiting for Myung-ja. It turned out that she is an illegal immigrant sought by the police all time. Sun-hee is treated well at Do-suk's house, given her decent bed and room. The next day, Do-suk is scolded by his boss for bringing a child. He is afraid that this will be a problem in the future. Do-suk is also a little worried and looks at the clock that has passed from the time of their agreement, which is 9 a.m. Do-suk mutters at the child in the car because her mother did not keep the promise. Sun-hee runs away in a traffic jam, escaping from the 2 debt collectors. They try to chase her but lose track. Do-suk grumbles at his brother for losing their pawn. Jong-bae always stays silent in front of him. Behind him, he always brings out his real feeling to his annoying brother. Gi-se-kia. Sun-hee returns to her house, which is apparently being examined by the police. After the police leave, the girl takes the key and enters her residence. She remembers the good times with her mother there and could not hold back his tears. How hard life is experienced by this little girl. The next day, Do-suk meets Myung-ja, who had been captured and would be sent home to her country, China. Myung-ja gives Sun-hee's uncle number, who would pay the debt and adopt the child. She provides a pager and photo and asks Do-suk to tell Sun-hee she will make a lot of money for her. Do-suk then goes to Sun-hee's house and sees the writing, "I will find you, mother." The poor girl goes around carrying a big bag. Unfortunately, she is disturbed by an adult man with a very ugly face. Luckily, Do-suk comes and saves her from the rude man. Sun-hee asks Do-suk to look for her mother, but she has to face the harsh reality because her mother has returned to her home country. Do-suk says honestly that she would be adopted by a wealthy family. A messy house becomes neat because it is cleaned by Sun-hee. However, Do-suk is suspicious because Sun-hee's behavior is too good for him. Suddenly, Uncle Sun-hee calls and says he will take her this week. He also asks for help to bring Sun-hee for a walk to Seoul and buys good clothes. On the trip to Seoul, they are happily joking together, and even Sun-hee gives him a new name, Sungbo, which means the winner. It turns out Do-suk likes the new name. They buy Sun-hee clothes and good food for him. Before returning home, Sun-hee also asks to come to her favorite famous singer concert. Not only that, Do-suk hesitantly buys a CD for Sun-hee. The girl is so happy to hug Do-suk. However, Do-suk instead scolds her not to hug a man carelessly. Jong-bae buys him a farewell cake at home because they will be separated tomorrow. Sun-hee will be adopted by a wealthy family, but she is not happy at all. Do-suk is also seen holding back his sadness. Sun-hee's last request is accompanied to the bathroom. There, Do-suk sees a CD player and buys one so she can hear the CD. Sun-hee hugged Do-suk again. Not for long, her uncle comes, and Sun-hee instead looks scared. The last message Do-suk is to study well and contact him if there are problems that befall her. Do-suk holds his sadness when he sees Sun-hee leaving on the bus. I also almost cried in this scene. Do-suk looks gloomy for a few days and records messages to Sun-hee but never gets a reply. He also calls Sun-hee's uncle, but he is always reportedly never at home. Do-suk approaches his house and beats him up. He is suspicious of his uncle, who initially forgot Sun-hee's name. It turns out that Sun-hee is sold again to other people he does not know. Sun-hee is bought by the club owner. There, she is in charge of cleaning up trash and becomes a servant in that place. She is also told to clean the toilet. She wanted to go to school and study because her mother promised to pick her up if she could study well. She takes the phone at night and records a message to her mother's pager. She asks, "Would you pick me up? Do you miss me?" At Do-suk's house, he just realized that the pager belonging to Sung-yi's mother is left behind. Do-suk rushes to record a message back and tells their home phone number. After that, it is time for Sung-yi to clean up the place, but an angry man accidentally throws a glass and injures his face. She is not taken to the doctor but is only given wound medicine. At midnight, Sung-yi calls Do-suk in a crying voice. She also tells him that she is adopted at Cha-Cha-Cha's club. On the way, Do-suk continuously gets angry and worries about her. Finally, he gets to that place, and Sung-yi is getting ready with a sad face and a wound on his face. Do-suk destroys the door's glass and takes her home. Her fake mother comes out and claims to have paid $4,000 for Sung-yi. Do-suk, without thinking properly, gives his page number and will return the money tomorrow. The following day, Do-suk is forced to sell his car to pay $4,000 to buy Sung-yi. Do-suk also brings Sung-yi to the hospital and takes care so as not to cause scars. However, the price is $850, which is very expensive for him, but he still pays for it. Not yet done, Do-suk also takes her to school. Unfortunately, she can't attend school because she is an immigrant and has no family. The principal only gives him one solution, namely, Do-suk becomes Sung-yi's father. But Sung-yi is angry. She is afraid that her mother would be mad if she knows that. Jang Bae persuades her and promises her mother will not be angry with her. She also enthusiastically goes to school and gets excellent grades, even ranked first in her school. Now Sung-yi is a teenager, and her mother watches her from afar but does not have the confidence to greet her. She never thinks her daughter would be well cared for by Do-suk. She even goes to university now. One day, Do-suk couldn't sleep because Sung-yi hadn't returned after the blind date. Apparently, she is taken home by her boyfriend. His happy life stops momentarily after Sung-yi's grandma calls and tells them to meet her mother. It turns out that her mother is seriously ill and might not live long. They immediately arrive in China and meet her mother, who is lying limp. They hug to release their feeling. Her mother also thanks Do-suk for caring for her all this time. She also feels ashamed because she gives a burden to Do-suk all the time. She has the last request. She asks Do-suk to find her real father. After a few days, they must say goodbye and return to their activities. Myungjot is given a box filled with Sung-yi's good score in childhood photo. One day, Sung-yi sees Do-suk's inadequate shoes. She secretly goes to work and buys him new shoes. At the same time, Do-suk manages to find the real father of Sung-yi. So, he takes her to meet her father in a restaurant. Of course, Jang Bae is annoyed with his action, assuming Sung-yi would follow her real wealthy father and leaves them. Even at a wedding, her real father will definitely deliver Sung-yi to the aisle. Do-suk just smiles and leaves. At home, he gets a call from Sung-yi, but he is surprised when she calls him father for the first time and asks for a pickup, like a daughter in general. He is delighted, but his head is dizzy on the way, and his motorbike becomes out of control. He falls, and Sung-yi has never seen him again since then. Now, Sung-yi is an adult. Then, Jang Bae manages to find the name Park Do-suk, and they rush to see the man. Unfortunately, the man is not the man they had been looking for all this time. They come out with disappointed expressions. They have been looking for Do-suk for 10 years but have not gotten the results. On their way back, she remembers something. She once gives Do-suk a new name, namely Sung-bo. They rush back to the police station and ask the police to look for Sung-bo on the list of missing people. They find it. Apparently, Do-suk had problems with his nerves all this time, but he had never checked his health with a doctor, so the incident 10 years ago happened. It is time for them to meet the person they have been looking for all this time. They can't hold back their tears when he sees Do-suk's condition at that time. It is seen that Do-suk is so shabby and seems unconscious of his surrounding. He can't speak normally. The first word he said is pawn, a nickname from Sung-yi back then. Sung-yi gives him shoes she bought 10 years ago. Sung-yi apologizes for being late to find him and promises to never leave him again. Then, we are given their happy flashback scene when Sung-yi asks the meaning of pawn. Do-suk explains that pawn is a valuable treasure. The film closed with Sung-yi married and accompanied by Do-suk. That's all the recap for today. What should we recap next? Please comment down below. Thank you for watching.